Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Stock Market Morning Prep video for Thursday, June 11th. Well, markets liked what the Greece news was about. Germany considering making a one-time payment that Greece would be making, and ripped the markets right on the opening. You can see here at 9:30, and literally just shot up and then went sideways the rest of the day. Really not good price action if you're day trading, obviously. There are no pullbacks to get in unless you just close your eyes and get long, and that's really not what how to trade, obviously. So we had the news on Greece. I personally think the news will be faded at one point. Greece really can't pay their debt, and the bottom line is that I do see lower prices. This move popped up, pretty much took back 4 days of losses in one day, and that was literally on the first 40 minutes of trade. So kind of crazy price action here, guys. I want to go through this indices, but I want to look at the XLF, which is the banks and financials. They're doing well because the yields are rising. Right now, they only can do one thing, is really traditionally lend again instead of trade customers' money. So they need to aggressively lend, and that's going to really help the banks when you have higher yields across the board. So I do like the fact that the banks are doing well. We still need to break out of that 25 area. I showed that to you many times on a weekly chart. If we get a breakout of the banks and financials, that definitely will put a bid into equities. I do see us pulling back here at one point in time in the next few weeks. Right now, the analysis still points to at least a downside risk at the moment. And this is, again, in the short term for the next several weeks. And then once that low is made, I think that's going to probably be it for the year of 2015, and then I think we start rallying back up, making new highs going into the end of the year. Now, again, everything does change. Remember that. The markets are moving quickly. We have a news-driven market again, and anything that's happening right now in Greece, which now Greece comes into the forefront again, their markets are reacting to. So we have to be really nimble, and again, taking overnight exposure is very risky, especially at these market levels and where we are. So I would be a little cautious. Again, depending on your risk tolerance. If you like taking the risk overnight, that's fine. And obviously, it's been panning out for the last few years, but it's just to come in the morning and see the S&P down 20-30 handles and you're long a bunch of stocks, that's really not a good thing to start your day. Anyway, banks and financials looking good. XLF here looking okay. Want to go through the indices. You can see we had 4 days, just about 4 days covered on one pop-up, which is, to me, is ridiculous. But when we have this move lower, we really had no conviction to the downside. And that's why I said yesterday's video, we had a doji. If we take out this high, we look to see higher prices. If we take out the low, we're going to look to see low prices. And that doji absolutely produced obviously a market pop, but really no entry, no good risk reward entry to get long the market, as the market just literally just popped up, unless you were long in a pre-market. So I like this here, but where are we? Into the apex again. Where are we again? Really going nowhere. We've had 5 days down, 1 day up. Let's see if we can take out this high today. Markets were a little tired going into yesterday's close, so let's see if we pull back, maybe retrace half of this candle, maybe get back to here and then pop up higher again. Guys, like I said, it's anyone's guess every single day. The markets just do what it wants. There's really no trend here. You can see at the moment we've been up 3 days, we're down 4 days, we're sideways for 5 days. So the price action has just been horrendous for the last 6 to 8 weeks. But again, that's going to change, and that's why we need to continue to be nimble here. Diamonds, you can see again, went right back, touched the 50 and the 20. So now we're back underneath the 50 still. We didn't close above it. Let's see if we can get above that. And if we do get above that, then I think we could take this little sideways consolidation channel out and then possibly take out the highs. But again, today's anyone's guess. I'm going with a neutral stance. If we start really breaking down a little bit and we get underneath yesterday's close, then maybe we can look to sell rallies. If not, we will continue to look to buy pullbacks into support, okay, given the opportunity. Transports, still the canary in the coal mine, guys. We are still looking at lower lows and lower highs. We have bearish symmetry, bearish price action. Nothing good about this chart at all. We continue to hold this line. Once we lose this line, I think we do go lower. And again, right now, it seems to be a non-event. Markets really don't care that transports are moving lower. But let's see what happens, and let's see if market participants and fund managers and money managers start to really see that this is a problem. Maybe not, but we shall see. Lastly, is the Qs again, guys. Took back about 4 days worth of gains. We had a really bad day a couple days ago. You can see tech really got hit hard. Now we're back above the 50, back above the 20. All right, and we relieved the bearish price action for the last 5 days in all of the 5 indices that we follow. That is a good sign. Banks and financials breaking out, trying to break out of that 25 on the XLF. That's also a good sign. Yields rising for banks and financials actually do well. So we have a mixed picture still. Let's see what happens again with the Greece talks. If the Greece talks fail and start to break down again, guys, that is not going to be good because it should take back all of the gains that it saw from yesterday. Okay, use caution in this market until we get a definitive move one way or the other to the upside and or to the downside. Have a great day. Have a great trading day, and we'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care.